Arg time, pirates. How are ye this morning? I am awake. I'm quite hungry though. I think I should have maybe eaten something, but that's all right. And I will be reading Only Spelled Deep because I want to finish this arc. But I just went over my list for the rest of the year to see if it was possible to finish, and it is. But it's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight year. I'm going to have no choice in books, so it's going to be interesting. I like having books. I think doing Pop Sugar was a mistake because it's just too many. So whatever I do in my fall, it's going to be just like a smaller thing. I'm thinking about doing the Goober one because there's 24 books, or 12. You could just do 12 and a baking thing, and I like that. I mean, obviously it starts in January, their normal thing, but everything starts in January. I'm sorry, it's kind of ridiculous. That's why I really like Our Fantasy starts in the spring, right? And then Here Kids starts in the summer, and then everything else starts in January. And I'm like, all the other year longs. So I usually take something from January and then start it in the fall. Usually, last year was my first year ever. So I did Pop Sugar because I really like the prompts, but it's just too many books, man. It's just too many. So I'm gonna do not with doing the other stuff, you know. So am I gonna finish it this year? Probably. I'm gonna try really hard. But the don't die.
What?
I said don't die.
I'm not dying. Who's dying?
You coughed.
Just because it's a cough doesn't mean I'm dying.
Totally does. That's 100% what it means. If I don't say
No
don't die,
way.
you will. That's the rule.
No way.
So I'll probably do that one instead. First of all, I love to bake, so what a great excuse. But also then it's 24 books instead of 43. So that's a lot less books. So how are you this morning? What are you going to be up to?
First waking up because I'm not awake. I'm on autopilot so far this morning. That's how I feel. After we finished with sprints last night, I came out and the entire house was pitch black.
You lose your electricity?
No, nobody left the light on so that I could see. Everybody went to bed, so they were just like, we'll just not leave the light on. My husband said
being responsible.
Yeah, but then it was too dark, so I don't know. But he said he left the light on, but then it bothered him, so he turned it off. And then, lo and behold, as he was dozing off, I come into the room. And I'm like, it's a likely story.
We leave the in our master, which this is part of the master. We leave if one of us goes to bed before the other, we leave the bathroom light on. So that way it's not like right in our eyeballs while we're trying to sleep, but there's something that they have. You know, there's a light that when they come into the room, they can see. And it's less disturbing than having a light turned on while you're sleeping. You know what I mean? So
I was turning on all the lights. I turned on this light. I turned on the lamp over there. I was just like, oh, well, I need to be able to see because I got to put stuff away. I had to close my desk. And and then I went in the room and I turned my closet light on. And I mean, he can't see with the closet, so he was fine there. But then I went into the bathroom and the light on there. I was just like, lights. But I sarcastically thanked him for the lights. I was like, thanks for leaving a light on. He was like, you're welcome. And then rolled over. And I was like, really?
Men.
So I'm in a mood this morning, if you couldn't tell.
I can tell. You're allowed. You are more than allowed, especially with us. It's a safe place. Molly also is so freaking tired. You are not alone.
I hear you.
I'm pretty awake. Tired. Sorry. I guess I'm the opposite today. You've seen me when I'm dragging. It's not like I never am. I just don't happen to be today.
I know. It's my turn, I guess.
That's right. It's your turn.
As I yawn.
That's right. Zwank says, howdy, everybody. Happy peanut butter and jelly day. Why do you make me resist to yawn? Stop it. Happy peanut butter and jelly day. Oh, that sounds yummy, actually. I'm starving, though, so anything's going to sound yummy. Happy World Children's Book Day. And World Autism Awareness Day. Oh, I love it. I love them all. That's a nice variety. Nice variety.
I'm totally eating a PB&J today.
Yeah. I might go make one. Allie says, morning, everyone. I will be reading Jeff Shara to Wake the Giant and Rainbow Valley by Ellen Montgomery. Woo, making your way through that series. Nicely done. Molly says, well, I know what I'm having for lunch. There you go.
Right?
We're all just going to have peanut butter and jelly. I like that. I
Add
have
some
smoked chicken I
Doritos.
still got to finish, though. Yeah.
Ooh.
And Doritos? Is that what you said?
Yep. I'm going to add some Doritos to that PB&J.
Like on the sandwich or on the side?
On the side. I mean, I have eaten Doritos on my PB&J before, but not always.
I haven't. That's why I was wondering. I put regular potato chips, right? But I've never done Doritos, so I was curious.
It gives it a little kick, I can tell you that. Because I get the Cool Ranch ones.
Let's see. Swank says, woke up at 6 a.m. again. My body is not accepting DST. I mean, I always wake up at 6 a.m. So my body starts to wake up at around 5, unless I go to bed late. And then my alarm goes off at 6. Allie says, I know what I'm having for lunch too. We're all having peanut butter and jelly. It is officially peanut butter and jelly day.
Yep.
Molly says, sad face Swank. Ren, hello, everyone. Good afternoon, Ren. How are you today? Tried to make an R Fantasy TBR, gave up on that immediately. What? Why? I had so much fun doing it. And it's almost all books I own. Let's see. Did you look at it, Alicia? You don't read as much fantasy sci-fi as I do, though, and horror. Fantasy sci-fi and horror, baby. That's why we have trouble, which I looked at the list you sent me for the new books. And I think the January list I already had, because Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, that was already on our list. So I must have already seen that somehow. But the rest of them, I don't have any of those.
I hope that means if it was already on the list, hopefully...
You don't have to.
Right?
That's why I had to
question it now.
Putting my books in Goodreads, because that's easy to access from my phone. All of my physical TBR in there has helped. So when I go to the store, it's not really at the store. I can usually tell at the store, but when I go thrifting, I can't always tell. I'm like, wait, did I pick up a copy of Alice Network? I can't remember. I say that because it's right there, so it's ahead of mine. But then I can look it up to see. You know what I mean?
Do you know how long it would take me to do that on my phone?
I know. With your phone. I mean, I added it on the computer, so it was fast.
Oh.
And then I just looked it up on my phone. You're right. If I had to enter it on my phone, it would take forever and forget I'm not doing that. But as a resource just to look it up, it's really quick.
Oh. I was like, hold on. I might as well just get like one of these little notebooks to like put everything in and carry that.
Let's see. I only don't own 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's a new release, so it doesn't count because I'm 100% buying it. It's the third one in the Shadows of the Leviathan series. So where was I? 1.
Oh crap! My number is gonna go up too because 4. I haven't added all of them.
5. There's another new release, the new Martha Wells one. Yeah, I only don't own 5 out of 25 on this list, and 2 of them I'm gonna buy anyways. So it's only 3 that were on my radar on the bingo. So it was really fun. It's always fun to get these books off of my shelf and onto my carts. There's something, I don't know, motivating about that.
Oh crap! I forgot if there was a color system for this. Otherwise, I'm just gonna. Nope. Okay.
And don't worry, I'll do an official announcement of finishing our fantasy and then the new one. Because I know y'all were so worried.
I've been kind of crossing them off as I read through them.
Nice.
And I just crossed off the Book of Doors.
And that's just, it's hard to search that. You know what I mean? So I like having a database where I can control F.
Yeah.
Or do the, in Goodreads, just put the first word in and it'll find it for me. So it's too hard for me to look through a book.
I thought about making a Excel sheet.
Yeah, you've gotten good at Excel sheets now. Come on, man.
I should.
And at least
I
that you
also
could
need to
search.
set up Storygraph. I think it is.
I'm sure in Storygraph you can they have folders, right? So you could put all your physical in there too.
Yeah.
If they do, I don't know Storygraph at all. Someone can tell me if they have folders.
Let me know. I know that they were saying Storygraph will automatically at the end of the month give you your statistics.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about going and creating one. I think I already have one, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I might have created it and then said I can't figure this out, so I'm not doing anything with it. It could be one of those scenarios, or I never actually created one and I just think I did.
It's just too much work for me to do another one. So Goodreads is fine, and I have 2 spreadsheets where I put all of my stuff. So, and then I have my hauled spreadsheet, like books that I hauled, so that like what you have in the paper, right? That I go through and rate them to see like all these books I'm thrifting, they're really cheap, but are they good? I don't mean are they good?
Right.
That's not fair. Am I enjoying them? Right? So I'm looking, that's a statistic that I'll be able to go through after I've done this for a few years. And then, I bought, 20 books at this thing. Have I read any of them? Right? That kind of thing. So I
Oh.
have all of that split up so I can be more conscientious of what I'm doing.
That's usually what this notebook's for. This is where I make all my lists. I put all my book hauls and TBRs and stuff in it.
Nice. And it's also when I'm using some of the apps, and like my reading app, my reading Google sheet, that the one of the things is where did I get the book from? Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. So by looking at that sheet and searching for the book, then it tells me where I got it from. Let's see. And Ren says listening to Weaving Shaw by Hiba al-Wasiti and A Love Story from the End of the World by Juea Kim. Well, that sounds awesome. Weaving Shaw is on my list. Like, I'm curious about it. So let me know, Ren. Let me know. Molly says, I have an idea for a year-long readathon that I want to talk to Kelly and Alicia about, but we definitely won't start in January. Thank you. Let's start in the fall. So let's talk about it right now. Because
that's what I was thinking.
I need something for the
create
fall.
one that starts.
And no one does one in the fall, so we could get the fall, right? Starts in the fall, ends in the fall. Ren might throw in Spy Family Volume 3 because that's the series I want to get through from my physical TBR for Read Your Library, right? It's Read Your Library, yeah?
Yes.
And Ellie says, see, that one looks fun, but see, I can't participate in anything right now because I've got the next 2 are the Kooky Mayhem, which just fits in with what you're reading. So I love that one. It's my favorite, quite frankly. And then the Read Gay Shit. So I left so much gay shit I have. I left it for June. And so then I really want to take a month where I'm just like, I'm going to read whatever I feel like. But I can't. If I do that, I won't finish my lists. Maybe I'll take a week and do it. Just play hooky for a week.
There you go.
Except the problem is read whatever I want in my brain, my TBR will be there. So whatever I want will be my TBR. That's what'll happen. I'm not very impulsive because I'm actually very impulsive. So my whole life, I have suppressed that. I've suppressed it like crazy. Let's see. Ren says, I will be going with the flow for our fantasy. My inner mood reader was fighting for her life. Oh, yeah, I understand. Oh. I understand that. My inner mood reader doesn't read very much. So that's why I started making lists, because I've mood read my entire life and didn't read nearly as much as I have been since I started purposely focusing on it. Ren says, also put up some priory theories in Jen's Discord in her buddy read section if anyone has anything to share or is curious. Ooh, interesting. Jean says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Good morning, Jean. Good to see you on this fine day, or at least it's a fine day around here. Maybe. Lindsay says, hey guys, I keep having to add characters to the character list I've made for Pride and Prejudice. There are about 20 people they keep mentioning and using different names for them. Yeah, like the Bingley sisters. So Mr.
Mhm.
Bingley's, I was like, oh, who? Okay, saying that word out loud sounds really funny. But that's right? Isn't it Bingley? Bingley?
Yeah, Bingley.
That does not sound right out loud. Anyway, those sisters, just calling them the sisters and Miss Bingley over and over again. I'm like, which one? Which one?
Right.
Why didn't you tell me the fifth sister was married? Why did I have to figure that out? I'm like, who the heck is Mrs. Hughes? You said there were 5 Bingley sisters, and then you're talking about Mrs. Hughes. You've got me so confused right now. Yeah.
That's what she does.
And Jean says, have to run errands. Excellent. Well, hopefully the weather is gorgeous for you as you are running around. Molly says, I earned a book last month, and since I am sending back Priory, I get one for February too. Ooh. Molly says, there are not folders. Oh, they don't have folders, so Storygraph won't help you with what we were talking about. Thank you, Molly.
Never mind.
Yep. And Molly, I did not buy any Happy Planner. Well, I am so proud of you, Molly, for being strong, only because you said you should not buy it right now. Otherwise, I don't care. But because you stuck by what you knew that you could do, I am very proud of you. Lindsay said, whose video were the Recs from? The Recs for what? If you mean for our fantasy, I haven't seen a video with Rex yet. So, but I will make my video. If you talk about something else, let me know. Ren says, yeah, but on our fantasy, they have an entire thread of Rex. That's how I found Luminous for the trans. Because I have like 6 trans books, but none of them are sci-fi, fantasy, or horror. So I was like, all right, I need one that's genre, right? So I found one that looks really good, actually. It's Korean translated too. It's translated from Korean. So, and I love me some translated books. Go back. And Ren says, yes, on Storygraph, you get stats, and also there's no folders, but an owned button that creates an owned shelf for you. Oh, there you go. So you could put them in Storygraph and just mark them as owned, and then you can look at that owned shelf. So if you're out about shopping, you can look at the owned shelf and make sure you don't have it. Ren says, so you know what you own, even if you're reading it in a different format from your own version. I love it. That's cool, Ren. And Storygraph does stats as you go. Yeah, I like that too, because obviously Goodreads doesn't give us anything. But since I use the other spreadsheets, I already get the stats. So going to Storygraph, even though I want to, because it's both Black owned and indie, not owned by Amazon, right? I would like to support them, but I don't have enough spoons, man. I'm out of spoons. Ren says, maybe mood read for Kooky. I would like to, but I can't, because I won't get Hairkit done if I mood read. Because that's the other thing. When I mood read, I'm much slower too. Molly, okay, here's my idea. It will be a monthly bingo card. Prompts will be indie authors. I don't like monthly bingo cards for me personally, because that's too many. That's too stressful for me. I know you only have to get a bingo, but I always want to go for a blackout, and I could not read 25 books in a month. I just can't. And the most I've ever done was 17. But what I usually get is 12. I'm pretty comfortable with 12. I do like doing an indie centered one though. I really like that. I read a lot of indie. I run an indie press. You know what I mean? Like I really, really like that idea.
Make a small bingo.
Yeah, but I would love an indie one. Jean started reading I Didn't Do It by L. Gonzalez Rose. Ooh. Molly, at least that's a place to start discussion. Yeah, we definitely start there, but I'm telling you, that monthly bingo, it's too stressful for me. Jean, I read that. And Ren says, also just got the audiobook for Starside by Alex Astor. I'm so behind on my anticipated new releases, so I think I'm going to be focused more on that now. Nice. Ren says, with the Sarah J. Maas read-along, Zodiac Academy read-along, Viking-a-thon, read your library, physical TBRs. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting overwhelmed too, Ren. That's why I'm like, It's easier for me to say, no, I'm sorry, I cannot do this readathon because I just can't. It's too much for the hobby. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is my hobby. It's too much. I can't.
After I do Kooky, I'll probably do the same thing. I'm just doing my own thing. I can't participate.
Yep. That's why I'm doing Kooky, and then which is easy. Like I said, Kookie's an easy one, and then because even she will have a bingo card or all these things, but you don't have to use any of it. You know what I mean? And I didn't last year. I just used the graphic that had 9 books that you could put up. And so that's just what I'll do again. Hopefully she will make that again, and then I will just put that up. Book Rex, you said you owned most of the books for. Oh, that was for Our Fantasy. So for Our Fantasy, I own all the books except however many I just said, 5. 2 of which I'm going to buy this year anyways. So it's really 3. So it's like, because I'm trying to read the books I own, right? That's what I'm trying to really, that's why our 100 Pages book club, our books we own, you know what I mean? We're trying really hard to read the books we own. So, and it doesn't mean I won't buy anything. I've just slowed it down. Ren says, don't even get me started on my arcs. Yeah, my arcs are under control, and by the end of Hurkit, I will have all but 2 read. But then I'll request more because I need some for NetGalley November, right? So I want to make sure that I have some by the end of the year. And because you never know what's going to get approved and what isn't, I want to make sure I have some for that. Jean says, YA book about a teen whose parent is murdered and she is accused of murder. Oh, that sounds good, Jean. You'll have to let us know how it reads. Molly says, thanks, guys. I really wanted those 2 bundles. I know. It's painful. I feel you.
Don't ask me for advice.
Oh, murderer.
I would just
be
too
early to write. I'm sorry?
I was just telling Molly. I was like, don't ask me for advice because I would have just said, just get them.
Says the budget queen.
Yeah.
I
mean, Molly, I budget my spending most of the time.
Molly, that's a good idea, Ren. And Jean, I love Storygraph. Ren, I think I'm reading Espiritu by Aidan Thomas for the trans prompt. It's the sequel to The Cemetery Boys. Oh, nice. I've not read Cemetery Boys yet. It's on my list. Jean, Goodreads locked me out, hence I embrace Storygraph. Yes, that would probably do it for me too. I'm with you on that one. Molly says it could be a 3x3, but doesn't have to be a bingo board. I mean, maybe I might be able to compromise on a 3x3. Ren, in my head, Hurkit ended. I need a year-long one. Do you see what I mean? I need a year-long one that starts, and I need to have all my books planned for the whole year. Because then I know where to put them in instead of every month having to do that specifically for that when I have these other things I'm reading. So that's really what I would like for the fall, is a year-long. Ren says, in my head, Hurkit ended in April, so I thought by May you'd be free. Yeah, nope, sorry, not till July. It was Our Fantasy that ended in April. And those books I easily read. I did read the last one, finished the last one on March 30th, but that's perfect, right? I wasn't stressed about them. They all fit in. So I think Our Fantasy has been my favorite so far. It most fits my natural reading tendencies. But I mean, that's what we publish at Cursed Dragon Ship, right? Fantasy, sci-fi, and horror, because those are my favorite things to read. Lindsay says, Wildmane will be my Our Fantasy single word title or small press read. Yay! And Jean says the book title was formatting weird. Ah, gotcha. Molly says, what about a board game or like a card pull thingy? Do you still get the completionist bug? I do still get the completionist bug. It's very, very unhealthy, but I can't stop it. Ren says, that's why I need to black out a bingo board. Ren says, haven't been reading arcs because I haven't been in the mood to write reviews, and I prefer to write the review right after. Me too, Ren. So yeah, that's smart. Like, I'm not doing arcs right now because I know I don't want to write the review. That's very smart of you, especially you're in school writing papers and stuff. You know, I can see not wanting to write a review right now. Ren says, but I think I should maybe start writing like short, purely emotion-based reviews on my new releases so I can get back into the reviewing mood. I mean, that's what I always write. I mean, they're not paying me for these. I don't work for the New York Times. I always do short, emotional reviews. And I do this for a living, not writing reviews, but the publishing industry. And me personally, I prefer the short emotional reviews. I want to know why people loved it. I want to know why people hated it. Let me know. So that's those kind of things are useful. And Ren says, I think I take my ARC reviews too seriously making them. Yeah, exactly. Don't like I don't do some people like give a recap. If I give a recap, it's a one sentence just about how the intentions of the book, right? So mainly I don't do that because anywhere that they're reading my reviews, you can see if it's on Amazon or Goodreads or anywhere that I'm doing it, you can see the back cover copy. Why do I need to tell you what the back cover copy says? Actually, when I'm watching TBR games, like still my favorite video to watch, I skip through. If somebody is reading the back of the book, I skip it. I'm like, I don't want to hear the back of the book. I can look that up. Tell me what you think it's about. Tell me how it makes you feel to pick it. That kind of stuff. That's what I want. Ren says, hard to write or make me want to not write them at all. Yeah, I can feel you. I can feel you. Look, writing's hard. Hence, I'm still not writing this morning. My psych appointment is tomorrow, though. So we'll see what she says about the meds and see how we go from there. All right. See if that makes a difference or not. Because if it doesn't, then I don't need the meds. But if it does, it might solve this problem that I can't seem to solve myself. All right. So, are you ready, Alicia?
Breakfast.
Yay. Here we go. Verse 30. And there was our first sprint. I got to 68% in Only Spelled Deep. It was pretty good. It's not the best book I've read this year, but it's pretty good. Very gothic feeling. But I spent part of the time researching who our next book club person would be. Now that we got Todd for the next 4 months, I have 2 authors I'm looking at, so I'm trying to figure out which one I should invite first. How'd you do, Alicia?
I ate breakfast and decided against my better judgment that I'm going to turn this into an Excel sheet.
It's a good idea, I'm telling you.
So I'm going to try to use some of the newfound formulas that I discovered to see if I can make it.
Well, you might want to also wait until you purge their shelves before you do that. Because didn't you say you were going to purge them?
I do need to go through and weed them out.
Because otherwise you're going to type all these books in that you're not, that you're about to unhaul. You know what I mean?
Right. I am going to just set it up, I think, but because then I have to do that because I need to finish gathering donation stuff. And once I do that, then I can get those out. Because some of them that I'm going to weed out, I'm not even going to put them on Pango. I'm just going to, they need to go.
Donate them.
Yep. So once I do that, then I don't know what I'm going to do after.
Decisions.
I might do a rambling thing because there's a lot on my brain.
That I understand so well. Journal entry is next on my list. So, and the poll this morning still has Six of Crows in the lead.
Has everybody who's in the chat voted? Let me know if you haven't voted. I'll post the link in Discord or for the Discord. Because I mean, if everybody's
penciling in all of my books, I went ahead and penciled in Six of Crows for next month.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, if everybody has voted, then I can just go ahead and close it, and then we know who our book is.
Yeah, because I think I actually made it not for May, but we'll finish it in June. So I think I put it on the June list based on the page numbers.
For Six of Crows?
Yeah, because it's 460 pages. 480. So it's 480 pages. So it'll take us 4 reading and then the 1 discussion. So it'll be 5 weeks altogether. So I think we'll get it done in June.
Yes. Because if we'll be starting it in the first week of May, and you said it was 480?
First week of May, second week of May. Oh, we have 5 Wednesdays in April. I gotcha. Yeah. So first one in May. Yep.
Yeah.
And there's 480, so there'll be 5 reading days. And then the discussion will be on day 6. Or on week 6.
Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the discussion is at the end of April for Pride and Prejudice. So yeah, 5. So
we'll start on the 6th of May.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll the discussion will be on the 10th of June and we'll finish it on the 3rd. So yeah, finished in June. So I put it on the right month.
Okay.
All right, so let's see how chat did. That'll be quite a palate cleanser from Pride and Prejudice to Six of Crows. Like very, very different books.
Yeah.
And by the way, if we do Six of Crows, that puts Cricket Kingdom on the list, right? Because it's a book 2. So we'll put a book 2 on the list if we've read book 1 in club.
That is true. I don't know if this is actually dates.
All right, where were we? And Allie says, my boyfriend is struggling with ADHD even though he is on medications for it. Oh, yeah. Medications don't cure a dang thing. The medications are one more cure. Or, excuse me. I just said no cure. One more tool. So I use a lot of tools to handle my ADHD right now. And it helps me do so much. I mean, it helps me run my company. It helps me take care of the house. It helps me, be a good friend and mother. And it helps me, right? Like, it helps me do a whole bunch of things I need to get done. It helps me function. So many of the tools that I have. But no matter what tool I've tried, none of them have worked for making me right, except gosh doggone stubbornness. And gosh doggone stubbornness is weak. It is a weak tool. It will go away. And it is exhausting. It's so exhausting. And so I'm hoping that ADHD or the drugs that can help me with that one thing I can't seem to get past, which is the writing. So that is the thing I'm hoping. I mean, we do these whole sprints for writing, and I haven't written in 2 weeks, right? So I really need that one more tool. So that's what I'm hoping it will do. Yeah, because there's no cure. You don't cure ADHD. You still have to figure out how to live with it. I just want one more tool. It's not like, like, I don't know. Everything I'm thinking of now is a virus. It's not like an infection. So it's not like an infection and you could just take an antibiotic and it cures it, right? It is a lifelong forever thing. The ADHD just helps it. And also they've shown that people who are on the drugs tend to also lose weight because we also eat at a more reasonable rate. Unless you're on one of the ones that just suppresses your appetite. That happens too. But it helps with that kind of thing too. So regulating that would be a big help too. But I have to see what my liver numbers look like, see if it's going to work or not. Molly says, I realized yesterday that what keeps me from doing ARC reviews is the tediousness of copying it to Goodreads and Storygraph. So I just posted to NetGalley. I will go back later to post to socials. Ah, very smart, Molly. You found out what it was that was stopping you and solved the problem, at least for now. Molly, plus I do the suggestion Nicole gave me, which is using ChatGPT to transcribe me talking my reviews. Nice. If you're just using it to transcribe, there's free software all over the place. You don't have to use ChatGPT. Molly says, I raised my percentage 3% yesterday from read books not yet posted. Nicely done. Good job, Molly. And I know you have a ton of books, so 3% is a lot of reviews. So nicely done. Molly's relocating to bedroom. I'll watch on TV. Hey, naps can be necessary sometimes. Ellie says, and autism. So yes, the struggle is high some days more than others. Yep. Yeah. I'm lucky I don't have the odd HD. It's just ADHD for me. Odd HD is a whole nother can of worms. So see, Zwank, there you go. Zwank can tell you some tools that they use and says, yeah, Allie, I'm odd ADHD. That one I am not. So it's a whole different ball game. There's some crossover, obviously, but there's crossover in a lot of things. Obviously, there's crossover because it's odd HD. Swank says, Kelly, you don't have a link for pirate writing sprints. I want to post a photo. What do you mean I don't have I don't understand what you mean. In Discord.
Kelly, you don't have a link for pirates writing sprints. I want to post a photo.
Explain what you mean, Swank, because I have the link for these YouTube things. And in Discord, I just.
Are you talking about like a channel in Discord for Morning Time Pirates?
If you want to post for people to join my Discord, I'm going to put that on here. That one I will put. Dragon Channel.
Oh, I see.
And that's how they join my Discord. And then they can have access to the pirate thing. But if they want access to pirate, I've had that private for just us who are in this chat. So if anyone wants access, they need to let me know. That, hey, I've seen you message me, hey, I've been in the morning on your Morning Time Pirates. I'd like to be in that channel, and I will add to that channel. If it's something else that you need, please let me know. And then Alicia will put the link in so you can vote, Allie. Allie said that she hasn't voted yet.
I just put it in.
Excellent.
Look for 100 pages book club polling. And you click on that, and the poll will be in there.
Yeah, as Mike said, it's 120 pages a week. Yeah, we're trying to stick to 100 pages, man. So it's
Mhm.
like these doing more than 100 pages in Pride and Prejudice is going to be really hard for me. So we have a theme. We're going to stick to it as close as possible. And because also neither Alicia or I read the 100 pages on that day. So we're always doing catch up. So we don't want to catch up even more. Right. So
Yeah.
that's
So
the
prime
specific theme
example.
for this one. Yep.
Prime example is we started last night, and I only made it to page 74. But in my copy, I have to get to 103. So
And I
I
made it to 82 and I have to get to 120. Do you see what I mean? So it's already over 100 in my copy, but Pride and Prejudice is going to be like that. There are a bazillion copies.
Yep.
But when we do newer books like Six of Crows, it's a lot easier to make it more standard. And I'm pretty sure we have the same copy of Six of Crows because yours looked like it had the black sprayed edges, just like mine.
Yes.
And Vanessa joined us. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you. I was looking the authors for the next thing. I was looking at Page's books and Mel Todd's books. So it's between those two. I might have to skip Page this time because the completed series looks like it's epic fantasy, and we're just doing an epic fantasy. So I don't want to do the same exact micro genre each time.
Right.
So I might do one of the Mel Todd ones because she has a shifter one. And we haven't read any shifter stuff, so that should be fun.
That would
It's
be fun.
no spice shifter though.
Oh.
So I don't know. Everything does not have to be spicy, people. I don't understand that. There's so much spice out there. Everything does not have to be spicy.
I know.
And but that will be a lot of people's reaction. But
In my
Mel Todd,
spice era.
Mel Todd is a very talented author. So, and I've interviewed her before when I used to do the interview thing. So, and Zwank says, Ola Vanessa. Lindsay says, yes, I voted for Six of Crows. There you go. Buongiorno, Zwank, says Vanessa. I don't, is that Italian?
Buongiorno. 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 I think it is Italian.
B-U-O-N, not B-O-N. Ren says, washed dishes and made it to 15% in a love story from the end of the world. Nicely done, Ren. Vanessa, okay, I finally voted. I also voted for Six of Crows, mainly because it's a duology, so I can finish it and then use it for your kid. Yep, absolutely true.
Okay.
Swank says, where is it? There's nothing for, yes, what Alicia said, a pirate channel on Discord. There is a pirate channel on my Discord.
On Callie's. It's called Morning Time Pirates.
Yeah.
Morning Time Pirates.
So Swank, if you're there and you can't see it, that's because you might have joined the channel and I didn't know it was you. So if you like message me or say, hey, this is Swank, then I will invite you to that. Because like I said, I kept it private so that we could share stuff with ourselves. Because we were sharing each other's emails and stuff, so I didn't want that to be public. We got that. And Alicia put in the book club poll voting. Allie says, tools, please, with Odd HD, Zwank, because he's all for things he hasn't tried. There you go. If you have any tools or suggestions, Zwank, we're open. I'm telling you, we've told you ours. For the at least the ADHD part, the wheels work, putting things on the wheel that I need to do, and then just spinning it.
Yep.
The making a list of the 20 things I need to get done this week, and then rolling the die. That one works for me. And none of these work every time, so I have to switch them up. Like the wheel's starting not to work, so I'm gonna have to make a list of 20 again, I think. So those work for me. And then lists. I just have so many different kinds. If you are a neurotypical person, can just clean their room. ADHD, I cannot do that. That is way too big because in my head, clean my room is broken up to tiny pieces, even if I didn't realize that's what it was. And that's why you get so overwhelmed I can't do it. So I break up clean my room into tiny pieces so that I can just do one piece at a time and actually get it done. And it might take one person a day and it takes me a week, but I still get it done. Right. So that's the kind of thing that works for that. So for the be more sensitive to things kind of autism part, like food or sound or light or color or whatever it is that is for him. I don't know. So maybe Swank has some stuff. And Ren says, shockingly, I think the book is actually sci-fi since these stories are based on people who live in a dome kind of biosphere in New Seoul. Huh. Well, that sounds cool. Well, are they doing it like contemporary for an experiment, right? Or are they living in it to like new future? It would depend on the surrounding of whether it is sci-fi or not. Spank said yes. What Alicia said, a pirate channel on Discord. Yeah, I'm a little confused because we do have one. So let me know. Ren is like Six of Crows is really looking like the chosen one. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Ren. I think that's our next read.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if everybody's voted, then I could potentially close it.
Yep.
And then
Vanessa
you
said,
know.
Yep. Kelly, let's chat on Discord before you decide on the series thing. There's some stuff you might want to know. Excellent, Vanessa. Thank you. Ren, at least I'll get to Crooked Kingdom soon and get my physical TBR down. And Vanessa, Buongiorno it is Italian for good day.
Buongiorno.
Bion is Italian and Bon is French. Gotcha. Still not seeing anything pirate on Kelly's Discord.
Interesting.
Yeah, you won't see it unless I invite you, Zwank. So that it is a private channel on there. So if you don't see it, that means you were not invited.
Initially. You didn't know about.
So let me know who you are. Zwank has joined the server. Oh, you just joined the server. Well, you weren't even in our server. Okay, hold on. So let me add your role.
I don't know.
All right, and let me invite you to the thing. Takes me a minute every time to remember how to do this. Invites. Add members. All right, you should see it now, Zwank. All right, wowie. Nope, here. There we go. And Vanessa, Zwank, Kelly has to give you access to it. Yep, that's right. So you should see it now, Zwank. Ren, the dome was created to save the population of Seoul. So regular Seoul is in the past and dome Seoul is the current situation. Yep, 100% sci-fi. You nailed it, Ren. You nailed it. It might be a near future sci-fi. So it's not that different from our world, but it's different from our world. But yeah. Definitely sci-fi. See, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Excellent. All right. So let's start our second separate. And there is our second sprint. I got to 74%. I think I will definitely finish this book today. How did you do, Alicia?
Isis keeps meowing. I don't know where she's at, so she's probably somewhere where I can't see her, but I can hear her.
Mm.
And I'm still trying to figure out. Apparently, you can create like your own little checkbox in the thing, but some people say there's just a button, and I don't have that button. So I'm like, well, I can't do check marks. And then someone said to do it because I went on Reddit, and someone said to just do like a drop down menu. I can't figure this out.
You can. It'll just take a minute.
A
It'll
minute
just
is
take a
turning
minute.
into a decade. And my dad called twice.
Oh, now that's the real annoying part right there. Ren says we got that one, and Zwank joined again, and I posted my pic in the gallery. Yeah, she posted a Pride and Prejudice one. If you look in the galley, it's galley, not gallery. That's why I laughed, because it's galley for because we had the whole ship theme going, so it's actually where we put all of our food posts. Were you trying to do it in, Alicia? You're using Excel, right?
Yeah, I'm in Microsoft Excel.
Yep, Excel. And you have a PC, right? Not a Mac.
Uh-huh.
And Allie says, I got to page 10 in Rainbow Valley and page 33 and To Wake the Giant. Nice. Nicely done. I like it. So I know this one's an ARC, so it doesn't have page numbers.
All I'm trying to do is make it so that if I click it, it turns into a check mark. Or if I can just create like a little box to put a check mark in. Then I could check it off to say I read it. Or X if I DNF it or something.
Yeah,
I figured
like
out the
Dropboxes
numbers
myself too. If you don't want to like invent this whole thing, you can just buy one. Mine was $5. The one that I use. Let's see.
Oh, I need to go find this cat.
You like, the cat is gonna drive me crazy.
I think
the meowing would drive me crazy.
It's a constant thing. It's not like a once here, once there. It's a meow, meow, meow. And I'm like, that means you're stuck somewhere.
I can't find that. I think I saved it somewhere. Oops. Oh well. This is the one I use. And it's really simple. Seriously, it's $5. So
$5.
$5 whole reading. It's got a series tracker. It's actually got 3 different ones. You can choose which one you like. It's got multiple things in there. It is a Google Sheet, not an Excel, but I mean it works just fine. And for $5, you save yourself all of that hassle. So if you click on it and look, and you can see if it's something that will work for what you need. And it has a place where you can put in the books.
No.
Oh, kitty. It gives you stats. It gives you all kinds of things. The first page, you can put your goals for the year, everything.
My daughter has a loft bed, so it has stairs. And there's like a little, we call them, we call them cubies. So they have like little cubed things you can put in them. She was sitting on top of that, staring at the window, meowing.
She wants out right now.
Do you want to go outside? Is that what it is?
She says, right now, let me out. Open window. She says, I have limited life left. I want to spend it outside. See?
Meow.
That's definitely what she said.
Stop it.
But
enough.
Yeah. So I would recommend it. And anyone else, if you're looking, I've used this one for 3 years now. And I really like it. And I only use like 4 of the pages, the tabs. I only use like 4 of the tabs that it has. And I sent you a message, Vanessa. And Swank did morning pages during first sprint and daily self-help books in the past one. I love it. Nicely done, Swank. And Ren made it to 29% in A Love Story from the End of the World.
She was a feisty little wench this morning.
She definitely sounds feisty. So I don't blame her though. When you want out, you want out. Yeah, this one has to go out every 2 seconds, but I don't have time to give her another freaking bath. So I don't know what to do with her. She's like,
Oh,
but
I've
mommy, I
seen
want to
Allie.
play in the mud.
I feel like Allie's would be too complicated for me. I literally need
It's not.
something
I
very
promise.
simplistic.
I promise you, it is not. And I only use 4. I only use 4 of the tables at the bottom, so I don't even use them all. Do you see what I mean? So you just use what you need. It's $5, and I ignore everything else.
Right.
Yeah, it's not too complicated at all.
It's a Google Sheet
I can
template.
check off one of the challenges already because I put our fantasy on there. I'm not going to finish book challenge by Erin, sadly. I have too many books to read, and those categories didn't fit. Of all of these books I have to read for the rest of the year, or for the rest through April, they don't fit the categories that book challenge by Erin had. Nice. All right. Cool. I'm doing good. Rocking along. I get 12 books in January, 12 in February, 14 in March.
That's what the thing says?
That's what I read.
Oh.
And yes, that is the stat, because like I said, they collect stats in the Erin's thing too. I wanted to do countries though. You know, the new one, I didn't buy the new one this year because I'm using the one because she didn't have it out when I was ready to start it.
Allie?
Yeah. So I'm actually using the one from last year, and it doesn't have, I would like to know the countries. Lots and lots of single authors, as in have not read enough series this year. Jessie Sprague series is in here. Erin Rachel series is in here. Kevin Petway series is in here. Oh no, Kevin Petway is not. Oh, that was the end of last year. That's why. Interesting. But yeah, so I'm reading a lot of authors. I have 17 slated for April, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try really hard.
Books?
Yeah. So
I
we'll
think
see.
I
This will be
have-
the first one. Finishing this one today.
I think I have 10.
I have
downsized.
pages read for the year, except this is pages read including, because I can't figure out how to make it not include the ones that I just have on my TBR, because I put it all on the books read sheet. I'm supposed to put it on a different sheet. That's what I said, right? You can modify it to work for you. So I just put it all the books, my TBR, I just put on the books read sheet. And then as I read them, then I just mark them as read, right? But there's a TBR in the drop down, so you can add it as a TBR, yet it still includes those books as already read because it's the books read sheet. But again, this is last year's. I don't know if she changed it for this year or not.
I don't know.
I don't either. But the monthly stats, I can add up the monthly stats. 3, 6, 10, 11. So I have a little over 11,000 words read this year. And 110 hours listened to.
Apparently they did a new tabs added for 2026. She did star ratings, a review builder, simplified yearly stats, customizable tier rankings.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, the tier ranking thing. I almost bought it because of that, but like I said, I'd already started this one. So I might just go ahead and buy 2026's and then keep it for 2027. So if she doesn't get that one out soon enough for me,
Mm-hmm.
then I will have the 2026 one. So I'm not, a couple years behind. Oh, awesome. All right, let me see. Where are we? I think that was it. Did I get anything else in chat?
Nope.
Distracted by spreadsheets, y'all. We are distracted by spreadsheets. That's the kind of people Alicia and I are. Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to figure this out, and you guys started helping me, so I thank you for that. But we have to stay on task.
Yes. Sorry about that. And Ren says goes down Etsy tracker rabbit hole. Yeah, there's more trackers on Etsy, and they're all very inexpensive. So you can always go through and just find one, and then not have to.
There was
make
one
it
that had
yourself.
a lot of drop down menus. Like you could pick the genre and the rating and I don't even know.
Yeah, you can do that on Aaron's too. That one they all better have that. Otherwise, what's the point? Ren says if I bought, or if nothing else, you can look at those. If you still want to make your own, you can look at those to see what features you like and you would like to imitate. You know what I mean? Ren says if I bought hardcover books, I'd be drowning in debt from buying special edition covers from Etsy. Yep.
I'm just trying to recreate this electronically. I just need a number, a title, the author, and a checkbox so I can say I read it. That's all I need.
Again, $5. You can use it only for that if you want. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Ren says, good thing I don't have hardbacks or money. It stops both of those. No problem. Not going to get that addiction. I like it. I like it. All right, let's start this last sprint. Here we go. And there is our last sprint. We have made it through another morning time, Pirates. I am at 77% of Only Spelled Deep and had a delicious breakfast made by my amazing husband. And he's not normally a breakfast guy. And you know what? I'm into it. I'm into it. I think I'll keep him around. How about you, Alicia?
Mine left, so he's off to gallivant across the countryside, I guess.
I can't hear you. I don't know why. By the way, they can hear you. It's just me. Let me see what I did wrong.
I don't know.
Okay, try again.
I was also making a bunch of noise because I was trying to seal the package.
I don't know what's wrong.
Is it working? Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. The sound was all the way down on my thing. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I think that's what hit my keyboard. Hit something. It must have turned down on my keyboard. I was like, I know it's working. I know it's just me because I see on OBS they can hear you. So I'm like, what happened? Okay, that's what it was. All right. So I'm sorry. So how was that sprint for you?
Husband left. He's off to gallivant across the local countryside.
Gallivant.
That's what she said, not me.
Oh, I was gonna say, isn't he working? If his job is that easy, I don't want to hear him complaining anymore.
If only that were true. And then I had to package up a book because I sold one. I don't know what it is with people trying, like, I'm grateful, don't get me wrong, but they like buy the books at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's when I get the notification. So then it wakes me up. Even if my phone is on silent, it still like buzzes or something, lights up.
You should be able to put it in sleepy mode.
I thought about putting it in airplane mode just so it wouldn't like do not disturb
buzz at night. Thing. Yeah, because every little noise will wake me up at night. So at night, I'm like, there needs to be no noise. I have enough animals and husbands and my own bladder to wake me up. I don't want anything else external to wake me up.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking too, because like last night, I think when my phone went off, my cat came and he was like,
he's like, oh, it's playtime.
I was like, come on, really? But I got this packaged up, so I'll take that to the post office. And I wrote a Target list because I have to go to Target. I have to pick up 3 birthday cards, 2 gift cards, and something else. I forgot what it was. But, so, I still have to get dressed. My morning is going so well. Oh, and I gave up on the Excel sheet for now.
Yeah, there are too many other things to do. I get that. That's why I just bought it. Because can you learn how to do it? Absolutely you can. But should you? Is this the best use of your time? That's the question. Unless, again, you want to learn these new skills. So if you decide to go get a job, you could say, proficient at Excel. Then it is worth it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. It would be worth it just so that I can say I know it, even if I do go back to job or not. But at the same time, this is very frustrating right now.
Yep. That I understand. Let's see. And Swank gave all the things just as Allie left. Maybe we should save this, Swank, and post it again tomorrow for her. Because those are really good resources you've added. And Alicia said, you're welcome, as Allie had to go for the day. And yummy breakfast, Kelly. Yes, yum, yum, yum. Kevin comes in, he peeks in, he goes, have you eaten breakfast yet? I'm like, no, I'm starving. Are you cooking something? And then he's like, and he disappears. I'm like,
comes back and she shows all this plate of food.
Again, I'm not the picky eater, though, so I don't care. If you give me food, I'm eating it. It just turns out this was delicious. Plus, he made me eggs, and he doesn't even eat eggs, so he did that just for me.
Aww.
See? Sweet man.
Mine doesn't cook at all for any reason, unless it's a grill.
No, my husband likes he's like me, like he always wants to learn new things and has 1,000 hobbies, like just can't afford to do them either time-wise or money-wise. But yeah, we definitely have the always want to learn new things kind of brain.
That's me.
Yep. Vanessa said, hubby's almost home from the grocery store, so may miss the chatty bit. Thanks so much for sprints. I'll be going live at the top of the hour. Excellent. I will head over. And there's Mel. Yay, we got Mel at least at the end. It's so nice to see you. Good morning, Kelly Cal. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Mel Melly. And Mel says, I'm late, but wanted to pop in at least for a little bit. Yeah, we appreciate it. We like seeing your face. It'll be nice co-hosting with you for Kooky Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
And Vanessa says, morning, Mel. And Mel says, hey, Vanessa. Ren says, sprint hopped and scrolled through Etsy. Thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely. Sorry about Etsy. Swank says, finished my daily self-help books and read a bit in Pride and Prejudice. Yay. I think I'm going to finish this one. And then I think I might do the Drowning Empire one. Do a little bit more of that because I didn't read any yesterday. The Bone Shard Emperor. And then I'll just hit Pride and Prejudice tomorrow and finish up the pages. Let's see. Swink says, finished my daily self-help books and read a bit in P&P. Read that. Vanessa says, sounds like your hubby would die without you cooking for him, Alicia. You're a saint.
I mean, there would be a lot of ramen noodles and fast food.
I was watching there's a dude who was doing like difference between ADHD, ADHD, and autism. And so he was doing like different things, like they were talking about food, and the ADHD dude was like, food should just appear. I was like, yes, it should. It should just appear. Like, it's like, having to think about or I will just grab whatever's there or I won't eat. Right. So I just, so having the.
Or you get weird combinations of food. Like I have no problem eating English muffin, a banana, and then eating some of these. That would be my breakfast. I don't care. It's around. I've been eating goldfish that are Old Bay seasoned. I don't care. I will survive on snacking.
Yeah, I was like, I can't. Food should just appear. I like cooking, but I like cooking new things, like so it's fun and adventuresome, right? I don't just like, oh look, spaghetti again. You know what I mean? Now, if I haven't had spaghetti in a month, now it's fun again, at least for once. So,
I have the opposite problem. I'm afraid to try new things.
Oh, I always, if I could just always eat new things, I would be okay with that. And Vanessa says, hubby brought me home Peeps. Oh, Peeps. See, love. This is how our husbands show us love.
What flavor Peeps?
Or do they have flavors? I thought they were just different colors and they all tasted the same.
No, we have different flavors. Hold on.
We talk about snacks. Now Alicia gets excited. And Mel says, oh yes, really looking forward to Kooky Mayhem. Me too. Fun time hanging out with friends and always sprints. And Alicia put in the link for Vanessa's sprints. What do you got?
They have strawberry with dipped. The bottoms are dipped in chocolate. Yes, and they also have a yellow version of this. Then they have the regular Peeps, we know. And then they also, this year, have strawberry frosted Pop-Tart Peeps. They also have Sunny D flavored Peeps. And they also had Dr. Pepper flavored Peeps. And there was another one. I think it was like birthday cake or something.
All right, we might have to go get those just for fun.
They have Peeps. And they also now have them where they come with plushies.
Oh, now that I did see those. I was like, oh, look, aren't they cute? They had the ducky one too. I saw that.
So, no, we don't like Peeps at this house.
We actually don't. We'll like eat half of one and throw it away. But for the flavor, that might be fun just to try them because we're going to play board games on Easter, as we now do with adult children on our holidays. It's my favorite thing. So we just play board games.
I'm not big on Peeps, but I like these.
Yeah.
So
well, the chocolate and marshmallows, yummy.
Those are mine. The rest the kids can have. I might try a strawberry flavored one. Strawberry Pop-Tart.
Yep. Vanessa says, thank you, Alicia, for posting the link. And Zwink says, thanks for sprints. See you tomorrow morning. Arrgh. See you tomorrow, Zwink. Vanessa says, Basement Cat has come up to explore, but Old Lady Cat is sleeping behind the chair. So Basement Cat is now bored and just left the office. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm picking on you when you're asleep. Jeez. Well, at least you know he has some manners.
Some.
Vanessa said, I had a brownie for breakfast. Now a banana. And I will have a peep or two also.
I
Vanessa has
mean,
got a crash. She's going to have a sugar crash. Well, I don't
for
know. Do you sugar
sure.
crash? I don't normally. Vanessa says blue bunny flavor.
Blue bunny flavor? Oh, like it's a bunny and it's blue?
Yeah. Which
I was
means it
gonna
doesn't have a
say,
flavor, right?
no, it's just
Yeah,
marshmallow.
yeah, they're traditional peeps. Yep, Vanessa says the traditional. I swear this. So the traditional ones do not have a flavor. They just taste like marshmallows and sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. Vanessa says, Jesus, I would not be able to have that many peeps in my house at the same time. See, that's one of those. I can have those in my house because I don't really like them. I'll have a bite and then I don't need anything else. And then Oreos. For some reason, I don't binge Oreos either. I know that's weird because most people do. But I don't binge Oreos. So Oreos are safe in my house. But most
Listen,
sweets, I agree with you, are not safe in my house.
with
I will just
four
eat them until they're
people,
gone.
4 people in my house, Oreos do not last long. I usually have to buy 2 packs when they do the buy one get one free at Publix because if I don't, they will be gone before
Yep.
you can blink.
Yeah, that's normal. I don't know why it is for me with the Oreos, but and it's only Oreos.
Mhm.
I mean, like you could say like the Chips Ahoy are arguably worse cookies, but those I will eat. So I don't know what it is.
I stopped buying those because I remember when they were like a certain size, like they would have been the same size as the circumference of this bowl. Now
Yep.
that I can lay it on top of my coffee mug or a soda can, no,
Yeah, but the Oreos have gotten smaller too.
not really. Not
They
that I've
have.
noticed.
They're
Really?
quite a bit smaller than when I was a kid. Yeah, there's also a different recipe because they were getting rid of all that saturated fat stuff. Maybe that's why I don't eat them because I remember what they taste like as a kid. I mean, I'm glad they did what they did. Also because it makes me not eat them.
They say the same thing with soda. Like it tasted different, and they've changed the formula over the years. That, like, because we grew up drinking soda, we don't notice the change as much. But like my kids, they refuse to drink soda. They won't drink it.
I don't
I've had
understand
them
what that
try
has to do
several
with anything.
different flavors, but
yeah, my kids aren't big soda drinkers because I didn't raise them with soda, right? So that might be why your kids aren't drinking them either. Like when they were growing up, because I was addicted to it, and so I made sure that my kids, they didn't have they could have water, milk, juice, and that was the only thing they were allowed to drink. The only time they could have soda is if we went to like a birthday party, right? So it was just like a treat that they could have sometimes. Because I didn't do everything great with my kids. I tried really hard, but at least I got them that. Like both of my kids drink way more water than I do and that I ever did as a child. So at least I did one thing right as a parent. They are water drinkers, both of them.
I did the same thing with the water, milk, and juice, but I also like waited on the soda and I added that in later. I started with Sprite and then I would let them have sips of my stuff, but they don't like the soda and they don't drink much water. So I have to keep reminding them because they'll go after milk and juice before anything else. It's so weird.
Well, we didn't always have a ton of juice, so it was water mostly. I think my son, because I'm pretty sure he's on the spectrum. He's not diagnosed though. That he would have starved to death when he was little if he didn't drink milk. I swear that was all of his calories. And Vanessa says, let's see, Jesus, I would not be able to have that many. Yes. And Lindsay says, what are peeps? They're basically just marshmallows. They're just vastly manufactured marshmallows. So they have a different
Peeps.
texture than if you made them homemade. Yeah, they're those. And those are the originals, but you can see like she showed the duck ones, they come in duck shape, but they were just bunnies when I was growing up.
Chicks.
And now they make chicks too. And they make smaller chicks as well. And yellow. They're yellow too.
I think yellow was the original color, right? And then they added
for the
in
ducks. For the ducks, they were. For the bunnies, it was they were white, pink, and blue.
Oh.
I can't remember if they had yellow at the very beginning or not. I know that the ducks were yellow at the beginning. And Vanessa says, yeah, Lindsay, they're sugar covered marshmallows. So sugar and sugar. Yep. Yeah, the coloring on the top is just sprinkles, just very finely. They're very finely ground.
Something you
Sprinkles.
can just roll it or flip it over. And
Yeah, I think they just like it's like a haze when they put them in the factory.
Mhm.
Oh, fancy marshmallows sound good. Yeah, I don't know. They don't. I don't know. They're fine, but obviously Vanessa loves them, so you'd have to try them to see. Except like most of our candy, it would probably be too sweet for y'all, because most of our candy in America is just too sweet. Vanessa says no. Basement cat doesn't have manners. Oh, he couldn't find her because she was. Oh, I gotcha.
She was
So he did
hiding.
come up to mess with old lady cat, but he was hiding. I gotcha. Vanessa said this entire package of Peeps will be gone by tomorrow, most likely. There you go. It's a little bit of a red light food for me, which is why I don't buy them myself. Yeah, and I told hubby never to buy more than one package, right? Exactly. Vanessa says, Lindsay, they are really good and they toast well too because the sugar caramelizes very yummy. Ooh, now toasted,
yeah.
I might be able to eat them. Yeah, now that's not a bad idea.
Use
I
it
could
in a
probably eat some Peeps.
s'mores.
Yeah, now that I could get behind. That's a very bad idea, Vanessa. Take it back. Okay, I gotta go.
You could use it in s'mores,
Yeah,
like Easter s'mores.
yeah, that actually sounds quite yummy. All right, so I am going to run away, and we will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central for the next Time Pirates. So we'll see you then.
Oh,
Meanwhile, we'll see you around, I am sure, book 2.
bye.